Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and this is my full review of the Canon PowerShot S100. And I want to start off this video review a little bit different to my normal reviews and turn the camera on, pop straight round the back and hit the playback button and show you some of the photos that I've been taking with this little tiny compact camera. Now we've got a 3-inch screen on the back. It's not the highest resolution screen you can get in this sort of class. It's running at 460k dot resolution, but it's perfectly bright enough and detailed enough for reviewing your photos. Now you can see here some of the photos I've been taking. Superb depth of field, and that's thanks to the f2.0 lens. It also works at 24mm wide angle, so you can certainly fit a lot in each photo. Let's just skip through some of these. These are some that I've taken in the studio. There's the Geekanoids Christmas tree with the little apple things on there. And we've got my Synology, my MacBook Air. And I've just been playing around with this, taking some video as well here. And if I skip through to some more photos, here's some photos that I took of an unboxing that I'm working on at the moment. You will see this review on the Geekanoids channel at some stage. So you're getting a little sneak preview here as well of some of the products I'm going to be covering soon. This does an absolutely fantastic job of playing back the photos, and although I would have liked a higher resolution screen, I'm more than happy with how this has been performing. So let's stop the playback and let's just show you some of the other features that I really do like with this camera. Now first of all, I absolutely love the lens. 24mm at its widest angle. It's got 5 times optical zoom, which is going to take you up to around about the 120mm mark, and it's f2.0 to f5.9. Now at that f2.0 aperture, you're going to get lovely depth of field, so I'm very, very pleased with how the optics have been performing on the S100. One of the other features I really like is this control ring around the front of the lens here. Now this behaves differently depending on what mode you're in. So if I show you the back here, you can see a little control ring symbol down the bottom here. So that control ring is going to control the aperture. So we're on f5.6 at the moment. And if I move the control ring around, you can see the aperture changing. We get a little on-screen representation as well. And it's changing, and I can move all the way down to f2.0, and then I can control the aperture with the control ring very, very quickly around f8.0 in this instance. If I switch modes to shutter priority, then the control ring will actually adjust the shutter speed. You can see here the symbol's changed and it said set shutter speed. So again, move the control ring and it sets the shutter speed. Absolutely superb. If I go into program mode, I think that the here we go, adjust ISO speed, so that is now adjusting the ISO speed as I turn it. And you can set this, I think in auto it does the zoom, but you can actually go into the settings and change this control ring to control whatever you want really. So it's now going to control the focal length. So let's move over here. You can see I've got some little figures here, and it will actually zoom in and out in various steps to zoom in on the subject that you're taking the photo of. And it zooms in steps. Let me just show you those steps. So we've got go all the way back to 24mm, 28, 35, 50, 85, 100, 120. So it actually steps through them. Now if you don't want to use the control ring for zooming in and out, you can use the little control on the top of the camera, like so. So that performs extremely well. Now I also want to show you a little bit with it focusing as well, because it does focus very quickly. And I hope you get a good idea of this from the video. I've got to angle it at that subject a bit more. Let's bring those in a little bit closer. And here we go. So they're my tiny little keys, and I'm going to focus. I'm a little bit close. Let me just take this back a little bit further. Here we go, focused. Focused again. Let's move to something else around here. focused again on him, so it's tracking Crazy Steve all the time. Now I can switch this to macro mode. Actually, I think I'm in macro mode. Let's go into program and then switch it into macro mode, just so we can get a little bit closer to our subjects. Let's bring these in a little bit closer and lay him down. So we've got focus, focus, focus. That's very quick to focus. Very pleased with how this performs with speed of focus. So another really good performance from the PowerShot S100. Now moving on, one of the other great things with this camera is it's got a very fast burst rate. Full resolution, so full 12.1 megapixel resolution, you can actually capture photos at 9.6 frames per second. That is absolutely awesome for a camera of this size. 9.6 frames per second at full resolution. Okay, you can only capture 8 photos, so you're getting under a second's worth of capture, but to capture at that speed is really useful for freezing the action on sports, etc. So a very good performance there. Moving on to video, you've seen an HD video sample on the channel that I actually captured with the S100, and it was very good indeed. It did seem to affect my voice a little bit when I was in front of the camera. The microphone pickup made my voice seem a higher pitch, but the actual video quality and audio quality was extremely good. So you're not going to be disappointed if you purchase this to capture full 1080p video footage. You'll be very pleased with how this performs. It's also sporting a Digic 5 processor, so it's a very snappy performer. You're not going to be at all waiting for this to catch up with what you're doing. All I would recommend is you purchase a good high-speed Class 10 SDHC card, and that will perform as well as the camera, and certainly not have you hanging around for the buffer to empty. Other bonus features, well, you've got great aesthetics, very comfortable to hold, great flash, GPS built in as well. All of this in such a small package. This is a tiny camera. Let me just turn this off. When that lens is retracted, the lens automatically gets covered, and this fits into your pocket with ease. So you can take this everywhere, and this is what I've been experiencing, is I'm taking a lot more pictures since I got the Canon S100. Now at the beginning of this video I showed you some of the photos I've been taking with this, and I will be posting these online. So if you look underneath this video, you'll see a link to all of these photos, apart from maybe the ones where I've taken 2 of the same thing, but you will see a link to plenty of these photos, so you can scrutinise them with your own eyes and decide whether this is the camera for you. For me, this is the best portable or compact camera that I have ever owned, and this is staying with me. I'm actually going to keep this S100, and this is going to be used for capturing photos when I'm out and about, and those impromptu video moments where I want good quality video capture as well. So what's it going to cost? Well, the Canon S100 is a little bit more expensive than most compact cameras. It's going to cost you around about £419 mark in the UK, although I have seen it advertised as little as £380, although that particular retailer is still waiting for stock. In the US, it's going to cost you around about the $430 mark. Now, I think that is quite a high price for a compact camera, and that's the only real negative I can pick up on this. You do get what you pay for. You're getting a lot of features for that £400, but I would have liked to have seen this for round about the £349 mark, so I think Canon need to work on getting that market price down on the S100. Apart from that, I can wholeheartedly recommend it. I've been extremely pleased with how this has been performing. Battery life, I should really mention that. It's a little bit lacking in the battery life department. Could have done with a little bit better battery in it perhaps, but if you'd have got a bigger battery it would have meant having perhaps a slightly bigger camera, so that's a compromise I'm happy to make, and I'll pick up a spare battery for £5 or £10. So thanks very much for watching. This has been my review of the Canon PowerShot S100. Please do subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video.